Fuck around, find out. Fuck around, find out. Evil Dead Rise, they fucked around, they found out. Okay, let's talk Evil Dead Rise, baby. What is going on, people? Welcome to Rio's Positive POV, the YouTube channel that only focuses on films that we love. No negative reviews around here, baby, just the good stuff. Today, after a short hiatus due to some poor films, we're back, baby, and we're talking Evil Dead Rise, the fifth film in the Evil Dead franchise, one of the best horror franchises about. I repeat, there are no bad movies in this franchise, and Evil Dead Rise continues that run. This film is a banger. 4 stars out of 5 for me, and I'll get to why it's a 4-star film at the end, but just wanted to let you know where my head's at going into this review. It's bloody, it's gory, it's violent, it has everything you could possibly want from an Evil Dead film, and was a whole lot of fun. Yes, I enjoyed myself the whole 90 about minute runtime. Alyssa Sutherland puts on a magnificent performance as the main villain, the main possessed person in the film. But honestly, there are great performances from top to bottom in this film. Fans of the Evil Dead franchise will notice a lot of callbacks to the other films. Of course, the chainsaw makes an appearance. Bruce Campbell makes an appearance only slightly in a voice role for one line. But yes, the man, the myth, the legend is in the film. The book that brings these demonic figures to this world is, of course, in the film. It wouldn't be an Evil Dead film without it. And the demon is back. I love these films. The first 3 I thought were a lot more comedic. Definitely still horror movies, but horror comedy. Whereas the 2013 Evil Dead and this one lean a lot more into the horror aspects. This is just an outright horror. Even though there are some fun comedic elements to it, it's definitely a full-on horror, this one, for sure. I love horror. Horror is the bang bang for me. This is where I enjoy my time at the cinema the most. Being in a dark room with strangers watching a horror movie is one of the best things that, for me, I can do. Hearing everyone's audibles, the gasps, you can see people moving about when they're scared. Love it. Absolutely love this film, and there's so much to adore in this film. But let me get to the stupidity part. The stupidity in the film, which I normally hate in horror films, it's white people doing white people stuff, yeah? Don't go down into that basement that you heard loads of noise and there's no lights and no one's been down there in years. Don't walk down that dark alley you've never been into before when there's no one else with you and there's no lights. Don't go in to triangle-shaped houses. Please, there is nothing good to come from that. However, all the dumb shit in this film comes from kids. So for me, it gets a massive pass because of that. Fuck around, find out. The film starts by introducing one of the characters who is a music technician, a groupie as she's called by her sister, who comes back to meet her sister and her 3 kids as she finds out that she could potentially be pregnant. And during a conversation when the 3 kids have been sent out to get pizza, there's an earthquake. And this earthquake opens up an underground part of the tower block that the family lives in. And this building was basically built over a church or a bank. One of the two. It was very churchy in that bank, if it was a bank, right? The little white kid decides to go down into this hole and start digging out books and vinyl records. And when he opens the book and plays the vinyl record, the enchantment happens and shit hits the fan. Brilliant film throughout, gory as fuck, and it features an all-timer opening credit scene. The best thing about it though is the title card reveal. All-timer. All fucking timer. What a reveal that is. Negative wise for the film is just the dumb, stupid mistakes. Yes, there's too many times I'm like, don't bloody do it. And the originality. Because obviously we've seen this before. There's nothing new in this film. It's definitely stuff that has been done before. But it's really well made. Brilliant performances. Gory, bloody. There is a lot of blood in this film. So if you're squirmish, it's probably not for you. But if you're like me and you just love extreme violence in films, then boy oh boy, you're going to get your fill. Again, Alyssa Sutherland, who I've only really seen in Vikings, was magnificent with her performance. One of the best villain, demonic possessed figures that I've seen in a film in a while. I feel like the horror films recently have been decent. Aside from X and Pearl, I feel like the main villain, you could call them, has been lacking. But here, brilliant. All round, brilliant. Like the Scream franchise, they can just keep banging these films out and there will still be fans. And 100% I will be there opening day if another Evil Dead film comes about. I just do hope in the next film they change the narrative slightly and give it a little bit of a tweak. I know that people went fucking insane when Halloween Ends done it, but I do feel like if it's a running franchise, there does need to be some new aspects that come into play, and I would love to see that with the Evil Dead franchise. Like I said, 4 stars out of 5. We only review the films here now that I really like. I'm not spending my time reviewing films that I don't like, and I'm most certainly avoiding films to watch that I don't think I'm going to like at all. If you enjoyed this video, please do hit a like. Please do subscribe to the channel so you find out when more videos are coming available. And hit the bell, because the bell will let you know anytime a video is up and running. Social media, Rio's Positive POV on Instagram and Twitter. On Twitter, you can find a link tree, which brings you to 2 podcasts that I run. One, the Cinematique podcast, is a podcast where I speak to creatives working within the film industry to get their experiences and see what it is about film that makes them tick, and try and get advice for people that want to start out in the industry, whether it's reviewers, actors, directors, etc, etc. And also another podcast I have with my friend Manuel, R&M, a conversation on cinema. We dissect the films that we watched and some TV throughout the week. And honestly, I think both of them are 2 completely different podcasts, but both brilliant in their own right. So head over to Twitter, get the podcast links. Go to thecinematique.com where you can find out all my reviews. There I do, in fact, review films that I didn't fucking love, but I'm trying to get into the writing a bit more. But here, Rio's Positive POV, positive vibes only. If you've stuck around and watched the whole review, I appreciate you so much. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.